Hi there, Kat Stancic here with Action Incubator, and I want to talk to you a little bit about goals. Now, here's the thing. Most people talk about goals as in setting them or, creating SMART goals, corporate, right? But I want to talk to you about, are your goals big enough? Right? So yeah, there's sometimes where the goal is so big that it seems a little unreachable, unattainable, unrealistic, but sometimes we kind of create a little bit of self-sabotage and we create goals that are too small, right? So here are 3+1 bonus because I like to over deliver too, of ways to tell if your goal is too small and maybe needing to tweak it so that you can play bigger, level up, right? So the first way to know if your goal is too small is you've done it before, right? Like think about like a marathon runner, right? They've done the 5K. They've done it. They know that if they signed up for a 5K, they could do it. But it's not pushing them, right? It's not challenging them to step up and step out in a much bigger way. So there's a really great book, and it was on my desk, The Big Leap. I think I can see it over there on my desk. And The Big Leap talks about and it's a pretty common concept that's out there, but it talks about your internal thermostat, right? What is your financial thermostat set to? Is it something that you've already done, you've already achieved, right? So a lot of times people with ex-corporate, like they've achieved 6 figures, right? Like it's not a big deal for them to hit it, right? So what could you do to turn up that thermostat, turn up that financial thermostat to make it so that it's stretching you just at least beyond comfort, right? You shouldn't feel like it's overwhelming and you can't do it, right? But you should feel like, oh, it's a little bit scary, right? So you want to get out of your comfort zone. You want to get out of your financial comfort zone and push yourself. Yeah, you can push yourself to try to achieve more, right? And maybe it's not necessarily with money. Maybe it's about achieving the same amount, but in less time, right? Being more strategic, maybe being more focused on what it is that you're doing and spending your time. Maybe it's about, creating a little bit of automation and something that's already working for you. So, point number 2, it doesn't change your life. If your goal isn't changing your life, it may not be big enough, right? Kind of feel like a Jeff Foxworthy joke, right? You might be a redneck if your goal might be too small if it doesn't change your life, right? You want to change the game, right? So you want to add a little spice to your goal, right? So if it's not changing your life in some kind of way, then maybe it's not big enough, right? So, what would be a percentage? Like, you could say, all right, I'm going to do 5% more. And 5% more might get you a deck built. It might get you, the tires changed on your car. But what if you increase that percentage even more, right? What if you went 10%, 20%, 35%? Could that get you the new car? Could that get you that vacation, that luxury vacation, not just the vacation to your grandparents' timeshare? Which, hey, I do it every summer. We go down to the beach and it's great. But it's not the luxury vacation. It's not the European vacation in a 5-star or 4.5-star hotel that you're wanting to take the kids with you on, right? To, increase their cultural awareness as they should experience, right? Whatever that is, what's that percentage that's really going to change your life? Not just improve it a little bit, but change it, right? That's exciting. All right, number 3, you might have a too small of a goal if you haven't bought into it, right? So maybe you're not really emotionally invested in the goal. Like maybe you set it and you're like, meh, I know I could do that. Or meh, nah, it's too big, right? Are you emotionally invested? When you think about people when you're watching a sports game, and I'll try not to pick a sport because my sports analogies are not on point, not like my movie analogies. But right, when you're watching a sports game, and World Cup, Olympics, whatever it is, right? You're just cheering and you're going, oh my God, yes, 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 and you're going and you see your hands are all excited and stuff. Do you have that same energy in your business? Can you say, yes, okay, so, all right, soccer fan, gonna admit it. Oh man, the soccer ball went all the way back to the other field, but do you have the chutzpah, the zest to say, you know what, if they send it to the forward and then the midfield comes up and plays and then they pass it back on, back and forth and we can go and take another shot on goal. Do you have that energy in your business, right? Are you so committed to your goal that, you'll go to overtime, you'll go to double overtime, you'll go to a shootout, right? If you don't have that commitment, that level of connection, right, to your goal, it might be too small. All right, and the bonus one, because, kind of goes along a little bit with this, so all of them kind of come down to this, which is it too broad, right? Is it too arbitrary? Is it kind of like, yeah, I want to make more money. Yay. So, again, it kind of, takes all the other three that we talked about before and kind of comes down to this epitome, this summit of if it's too broad, if you haven't defined it, you need to be way more specific. And I mean, it's going to be a little bit boring. You got to be able to measure it. Oh my God, SMART goals. Yeah, no, what I'm not talking about here is SMART goals. What I'm talking about is, have you reverse engineered it so you know what actions you need to take, right? So basically, if you're trying to lose weight, calories in, calories out, right? You eat so many calories, you burn so many calories existing, right? Just breathing, 1,800 to 2,000 calories. Now, if you want to lose a pound a week, 500 calories a day. You need to create a deficit. We're not talking about creating a deficit in your business. I'm just talking about the health side of things because I know about it. So you need to create that deficit in calories. Now, let's say you had a deficit of 300 on Monday and today's Tuesday, then you know that either you need to create a 800 calorie deficit, either through eating less, which is not what I'm recommending. I'm not a health coach, just using an example, but then maybe you need to work out one more time a week and work out so that you create that $300 300 calorie difference from the day that you didn't create that deficit, right? 300 minus 200 calorie deficit, obviously really not clearly great at mental math, but you need to recreate that deficit in some other capacity, right? And so in business, when it comes to money, that means that you're tracking leads, you're tracking calls, and you're tracking the amount of sales and clients you closed, right? So are you tracking those things, right? Consistently? Are you seeing where you're not getting enough? Like, do you have really great conversions on your phone calls? Maybe you need more leads, get more calls, get more conversions. Are you not getting the conversions you need? Well, maybe you need more leads so that you can practice more, right? Maybe you need to get people on the call better. You've got leads, but you're not getting them on the call. Those three areas will show you where your deficit is in your business so that you can make up for it, so you get the results that you want, so that you can be emotionally connected, so that you can have a specific goal, so that you can set the right percentage, so that you can change your life and your business, so that you can do things like be there with your kids, right? Now, while they're growing up, or before they go off to college, or even afterwards, because maybe there's grandkids coming in the picture. Not too soon, but meh. Maybe it's spending more time with your parents, or you've got dogs that are older that need, taken care of too, because they're kind of like kids, right? They are like kids, but was it someone told me today, they're kind of like kids, but you can't put them in the cage. And I said, don't judge. Little joke to end this with. But I wanted to provide you a little bit of insight into maybe setting a bigger goal, maybe setting a more specific goal, right? Maybe starting to track the things that you need. So think about your business. Think about what you want to achieve, right? There's still time in the year, no matter when you're watching this, there's still time to make an impact. There's still time to achieve not only your goal, but a segment of your goal. Whatever it is, you can absolutely do this. And if you need help, let me know. All right, babes, I'll see you later. Bye.